Hey guys, Cameron Williams back again here. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than the ones prior. So today's video is going to be about fasting. So I actually just got off a 3.5 day fast. It was a water fast. So it's just one of those things where fasting, if you haven't done it, I don't like recommending a lot of things for different reasons. Everyone can live their own life, but the benefits got out of fasting are just absolutely impeccable. The mental clarity, the reduction of tension, reduction of inflammation, just a whole slew of other different things, especially like getting in touch with yourself a little bit more and your spirit is just absolutely impeccable. So I do have some experience fasting, so I fast every probably every month, couple months or something like that. I'll go on a good, actually probably every like 3 months now, I'll go on a good 3-4 day water fast. Also every once in a while I'll go on just a 1 day dry fast, which difference between a dry fast and a water fast is water. You can drink water, can't eat anything, but a dry fast, you can't drink or eat anything for that period of time. So that's why you only want to do that for only a day if you're going to do it. But to be honest, I find more benefits out of a water fast. So just drinking water, and that's the only thing you can drink for whatever amount of days. There's people that go up to just insane amount of days, but the longest I've gone is 4 days, and that's personally what I feel is necessary. I just listen to my body, listen to my mind, listen to everything, and I feel that works best for me. So 3.5 day fast. The last one I had was just absolutely impeccable, and I really want to make this video to just share how beneficial fasting can be. Obviously, people do it for weight loss, things like that, but that's not personally, I think, what anyone should be doing it for. I think it should be one of those things where you just really get in touch with your kind of spirit, self, soul, whatever you want to call it. But you learn a lot about yourself whenever you fast. We as humans, I realized we overeat. We do not need all the food that we put into our body, and whenever we're craving food, we really can't enjoy the present moment. So whether I don't realize how much time we waste either eating food, craving food, making food, until you do a water fast. Those 3.5 days, those were the longest days of my life, but not in a bad way. They were the longest days because I could actually enjoy the full time in the present moment. A lot of the times I'm thinking about what I'm having for dinner. I'm at work. I'm like, I'm gonna have whatever when I get home. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna do that. And whenever you do that, you're kind of just wasting that present moment. When you're thinking about the future, you can't be living in the present now. And that's one thing I really realize whenever I fast is like, wow, you're just the whole perspective on life, on just everything we do really changes whenever you fast. So I learn a lot whenever I fast, just about myself, about my perspective, about what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right, and it's just you get really in tune with yourself when you fast. But I like to do a water fast. And if you ever do a water fast, please just uptake your water by pretty significantly, because a lot of the water we get actually are from the foods we eat. So just keep that in mind whenever you fast. But some of the mental clarity you get from fasting is just absolutely impeccable. You start thinking so much clearer. You start just thinking about just you realize how powerful and how strong your mind and brain actually is on a fast. And it's a really good thing whenever you fast to either do some sort of meditating, a light walk, read a book. Just keep your mind kind of busy, because the first 24 to 36 hours they're honestly the worst. So you're gonna think about quitting after the 24-36 hours. I know I did. First few times I was like, what the hell am I getting myself into? But stuck it out. I was like, okay, I've heard, gotta kind of do it a little bit longer than that. But after that 24-36 hours, you start to not even crave things. You start to just think about things in a whole different perspective. And whenever you do want to, you might get a craving every once in a while, but you realize how quick that craving comes and goes if you start doing something else or thinking about something else. And you realize how powerful our minds actually are whenever you do get a craving on a fast, and realize that you are stronger than that craving. I learn a lot about just just self-strength, self-reliance, just the power of self and like the power of mind whenever on a fast. And like I said, the first 24, 36 hours are the worst, but after that, it does get better. So always listen to the body. That's really, listen to yourself, listen to your body. Truly know when's the best time to stop a fast. I felt comfortable after the 3.5 days that I was ready. I got the benefits I needed out of the fast. I got more in tune with myself. I found myself even more and more, and just kind of, it's a nice reset. That's why I do it every 3 months or whatever it is or so, just to kind of get that reset. And honestly, it is kind of comparable to some sort of a psychedelic experience, and not obviously you aren't tripping or anything like that, you aren't hallucinating, but you really start to just learn and look at that. You use that third eye and kind of just look more inward than outward, and it's really nice to get that knowledge about ourselves, because I feel like if you know yourself, you pretty much know the world, and it's really nice to look inward rather than outward whenever on a fast. So I like to, what I did actually on my, it was the second or third day of this fast. I went to a hot yoga class. So I go to yoga every once in a while. Do more for the spiritual purposes, the kind of the inner self side of things. Not as much for the exercise. Obviously, it's great exercise, but I like the more meditative, spiritual purposes and meaning behind it. The whole mind, body, spirit connection. And fasting and yoga, they really go hand in hand. And I really realized that after this yoga session, it was just I felt like an absolute man after that yoga session, after my fast. It's a nice complete reset on our lives, for our mind, body, spirit, and like I said, the mental clarity. It's it's almost, there's almost no words for it. I do a lot of research about it and reading, and whenever I first got into it, I was kind of honestly skeptical, because I'm like, okay, like what's this really gonna do? But really, words, articles, even this video is not gonna do it, water fasting or dry fasting, any sort of fasting, any sort of justice. It's one of those things where you just gotta experience. Like most things in life, experience is the best way to learn about something. But I think I think it's worth everyone to try fasting out once, twice, a couple times. And the I don't realize how much toxins get built up in our body until I go on a fast, and I'm like, wow, like I really don't need a lot of the stuff I'm eating. I don't need to be doing a lot of the stuff I'm doing. I don't need to be really even saying a lot of the stuff I'm saying. It's just a whole, it's a very good reset and a learning experience. But fasting is one of those things. It's a feeling, it's an experience, and it's something that needs to be done by an individual. And there's really no correct way or incorrect way to fast, other than obviously can't eat any food. You can only drink water for a water fast. But what you do during fast, it's really up to the individual. It's to each is their own. Just listen to your body, and get to learn a lot about yourself. That all the time we're craving, all the time we're thinking about this, thinking about that. The only time we really have is this present moment. And whenever I fast, I really get in tune with myself and realize these things. And the benefits from fasting, they last past the fast as well. So obviously it feels like the longest 3.5 days of my life, but that's in a good sense. I say that I got so much more, many more things done just in my life. The things I wanted to learn, things I wanted to do, and just a nice reset of just anxiety, of inflammation. I had a neck surgery a couple years ago. It really good for the inflammation and pain side of things, and just don't realize how much tension builds up in the body until you're on a fast, and you really rise and ascend to that higher self that's within all of us whenever on a water fast. But the benefits past it, and really why I'm making this video, also last as well. It's just something that I'm sure I'll fall back into the human habit of just kind of living that lower energy state life. But I realize whenever I'm on a water fast, and in the few days after, in the few weeks after, I feel like a whole different person, a whole different human being on a whole different higher ascended energy state. And the more we can learn about ourselves like this, the more I can learn about myself. I feel like the better it is off it for myself, for all of us, for everyone. I'm not saying everyone should fast, but I learn a lot about myself whenever I fast, and hoping I can keep all this keeping in tune with myself throughout these next coming weeks, months, and get to the point where I don't even need to water fast to have that mental clarity, to have that kind of spiritual experiences. But water fasting and fasting definitely helps us get in those places. So, water fasting, it's been around for years. Fasting's been around for years, but please don't do it for weight loss. Fasting, I think personally, should be done for more for spiritual purposes, for the whole experience involved. But it's one of those things, gotta experience to feel, to do, to actually understand the benefits behind it. But that's really why I made this video, because I've just had the most wonderful fast ever, and it's just an awesome reset. My whole perspective on just myself, life, it kind of not completely flipped upside down, but it definitely got altered in a good way, in a very, very good way. I couldn't be happier about this fast, but I'm sure I'll be fast in a few months here. But had to make this video, share my experience, guys. I want to thank you all for watching once again. If you like this video, if it added any value to you, if you fast, if you want to fast, if you're going to fast, if you had an experience fasting and want to share it, I'm all ears. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, do all those good things, but leave all those comments down below of your experience of fasting, and I think everybody should fast. Give it a try. Let me know how it is. Cameron Williams signing off. Thanks, guys.